Oh, by the way, this gag was originally censored, and I never understood why. I had to look up this because apparently that's a black stereotype. You know, supposedly he's doing black girl hairstyle there.
Hey guys, Trevor here. Be sure to give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe if you like these commentaries and you don't like me taking super long hiatuses. If you want this kind of thing to stick around, be sure to do all that stuff. You know, YouTube is all about engagement, baby. So share on your socials and do all that kind of thing. It really helps me out.
How's that for a big production?
Good Saturday morning, docs, dolls, and dabblers. It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes Critic. And this one, oh man, I've been waiting. I mean, this cartoon's in my top 20 easily. I've been waiting a while to do this commentary. And what I've been waiting for is the restoration that you're seeing here that came out on the Collector's Vault Volume 2. And by the way, if you don't have that one yet, do yourself a favor, go out and pick it up because it's amazing. But part of the reason this one sticks out for me, and Anthony of Anthony's Animation Talk recently covered this cartoon, and you know, his coverage of this stuff is excellent. You know, absolutely. If you haven't, go subscribe to him. But he covered a lot of areas, and the primary one, which is, I think, is why this cartoon stays in my memory, in my mental den for so long, is the inclusion of Victor Moore, there he is, as the hunter. Because, you know, as a kid growing up, of course, in the 80s or any time, really, you have no idea. You don't know who Victor Moore is, you know? All you know is there's a semi-Elmer Fudd hunter in this picture, and he doesn't look like Elmer Fudd necessarily, and it's not Mel Blanc or Arthur Q. Bryan doing the voice. So what's going on? And that's a valid question. And Anthony covered it. Basically, the truth is, as Jerry Beck explained to me, Victor Moore was, as some of the celebrities in Hollywood who would lend their voices to Warner Brothers cartoons, a fan, just a genuine big fan. The only thing he really, you know, asked for as a favor to do was, you know, he wanted to have some hair, some semblance of hair. Don't make me exactly like Elmer, but I want to say that I'm of the opinion, and this is an opinion, this is not, I didn't read this anywhere. I'm of the opinion that Victor Moore is doing a variation on, oh, by the way, this gag was originally censored, and I never understood why. I had to look up this because apparently that's a black stereotype. You know, supposedly he's doing black girl hairstyle there, and I don't even understand what the joke was. So I don't really understand why it was censored in the first place. Being that, you know, people of my generation and younger wouldn't necessarily get it in the first place. I mean, if there's no frame of reference for a racist gag in the modern era, then why censor it in the first place? But you know, who cares about that? What I was saying before is that I do think that Victor Moore is doing a variation or a version of Elmer simply because that voice that he does in the cartoon here is not necessarily his natural speaking voice. And Arthur Q. Bryan's voice was very close to Elmer, actually. So I took a little time to find a clip of Victor Moore where he's doing a voice similar to this cartoon, because his own, like I said, his own natural voice is a lot more, you know, masculine, and, you know, but he's kind of doing anyway. So let me, the one that I found that really does a good job of letting you hear this voice that he's doing. It's from a movie called It Happened on Fifth Avenue that he did in 1947, where he plays a squatter, basically. And this rich guy has a nice apartment and he's been squatting in it. And so this is a scene from that where the cops come in to take him down, and he's, dressed as Santa Claus. So here's that scene from It Happened on Fifth Avenue.
Well, I'll be a monkey's orphan.
Oh, come, sir. Your family connections must be better than that.
All right, Santa, saddle up your reindeer and let's gallop down to headquarters.
Now, one moment, gentlemen. These people are not doing any harm. They're not thieves, nor are they vandals.
Who are you?
McKeever is the name. Aloysius T. McKeever. And I wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How long you been living here?
Well, I've been here for the past 3 winters. And speaking for my friends here, they're very nice people. Ex-servicemen with their wives and children, who are merely, shall we say, taking advantage of much-needed shelter. You wouldn't want to arrest them on Christmas Eve, how would you?
No.
And this nice couple here is Mary and Mike, who are soon to be married. You see, romance has flourished within our boarded windows.
Oh, Mary.
Okay, so he's uncredited in this cartoon. And speaking of uncredited, you like that segue? I should say for the record, the animators that worked on this that were not credited, Gary Chiniquy was credited in the original titles. Manny Perez, Ken Champion, Jack Bradbury, and Dick Beckenbach. And also Holly Pratt was uncredited. But those names, by the way, it shouldn't surprise you, who is and who isn't uncredited, because, because people go, well, who worked on this? But it's like, if you know the director of the cartoon, you know the unit, So if you don't see a certain animator's name under a certain director, there's a very, very good chance it's the other uncredited ones are just the ones, that are in that unit. So yeah. Anyway, this is a great gag that works all the way to the end, literally to the end. And that is it for this week. See, the end. That one actually makes sense. That's all, folks. See you next week.
Hey gang, do you remember Saturday morning cartoons? Well, if you're nostalgic for watching cartoons all Saturday, but wish the shows were actually good, then you need Looney Tune in Live. The first Saturday of every month on this channel, you'll join me, Twinklebelly, and my pals Megs and Iggy aboard our whiskey bottle spaceship, the Sour Mash, along with our aging overlord, the Looney Tunes Critic. Join us as we present shows, some of which are recreations of old shows, and some we host ourselves, but all of which have classic animation. And in the show I host, What's Up Documentary, it's documentaries about classic animation, so you get to be an adult and watch documentaries, but also eat your dessert first with cartoons. You can have your cereal and eat it too, from Popeye to Superman to Mighty Mouse to animated movies, and yes, of course, to Looney Tunes. Every first Saturday of the month and pretty much all day long with Looney Tune in Live. See you there, gang.
What's up, docs, dolls, and dabblers? It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, and I want to talk to you guys about channel memberships. A lot of YouTube channels have them now, and we're certainly no different. Plus, we have a documentary that we're making. The Last of the Looney is Greg Ford's story, and we need to raise funds for it, so channel memberships are now available. I'm still working out what the tiers are, but I do know that Tier 2 will include the storyboard Greg mentioned. Mark Kausler made an amazing storyboard, sent it to me, and I cut it together as an animatic. And if you join Tier 2, you'll eventually be able to see it. I say eventually because I literally finished cutting it together this morning, so I haven't yet figured out how it's going to be implemented or how we're going to do the channel memberships at all. Just know, we are working to make it easier for you to make contributions, because a few weeks ago, we did a Looney Tune in Live, and somebody wanted to send a $100 super chat, and they couldn't do it. That's my fault. I had to put a link up on my PayPal on Twitter just to get it. So I know there are folks out there who want to make donations, and now we are able to facilitate. Channel memberships for the channel are available now. Links in the description. And as always, thanks for watching.